everyone, welcome back. It's a Frugalista here. Today I'm cooking a lamb curry, one of our family favorites. So in my pot here I've got some vegetable oil that I'm heating up, and then I'm going to add my dry spices. So in here I've got some cinnamon, as well as some cardamom pods that I cut open and took out the seeds, because the worst thing is to bite on cardamom, and some cumin seeds, as well as two allspice balls. So I'm just going to let this warm up in the oil, give it a few seconds, about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to add my chopped onion. I'm using 2 chopped onions. I've got quite a bit of meat, lamb pieces as well as lamb chops I'm using. So I'm using 2 large onions that I'm going to add to the pot. Okay, I've added my 2 onions. You can see it's quite a bit of onion in the pot. And it's chopped up chunky. So the reason I do that is because it's lamb, it's meat. It's going to take a while to cook. So eventually the onion will disintegrate. So I'm going to sweat this down for 5 to 10 minutes till it's golden brown, and yeah, and the onion has reduced. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, my onion is reduced down quite a bit. You can see it's charring up nicely and browning evenly. So what I'll do is I'll add some salt. I'll add 2 teaspoons at this stage. You can always taste later and adjust the salt. And I'm also going to add in my spices. Now I mix on my own curry spice, and yeah, you can really use what you want, but I'll link below all the spices I put together. In here is, for example, 11-in-1 spice. There's some leaf masala in here. Some methi curry spice. You get 2 types of methi. One that is related to fenugreek, and then the one that is related to curry. This is a curry fenugreek, curry methi spice. 2 teaspoons of that. I've also got some tumeric in here, some cumin spice, some fennel spice. Yeah, so I just mix it up. It's not always the same. It depends on what I have on hand. I also like to use roasted curry spice sometimes when I do have. I don't have at the moment. But you can use, I mean, if you're going to use Raja, it's not really going to give you a lot of flavor. So learn to mix up your own spice mix. Find your flavor. And then also 11-in-1 is a good point to start, and then you add from there. You can add on more cumin, you can add on more fennel. If you like it spicy, like the methi adds that, the spice factor. It's got chillies in it. Yeah, so I just mix it up, and then I will link below the mixture that I put in here. So I'm gonna put in all of this because I've got a lot of meat. I think it's about six tablespoons it will add up to. But I will link below an example of what my spice mix looks like. Even if you have biryani masala, put it in, because that's also a mixture of spices, and it's not like your curry is going to turn into biryani. It's got most of the spices are similar. That's in a 11-in-1 spice. That's in a, for example, your biryani mix. So I'm gonna let this sweat out for 2 minutes or so. I just want the flavors to come forth, and just to sweat off that spice, the spice taste. So I'm gonna sweat it off, add little bits of water, let it go for 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna add my other extras. Okay, at this stage I haven't added any water. I let the spices cook in the oil. It's also bringing out the oil in the spices itself. I let it go for about a minute or so. What I'm going to do now, I always add tomato paste. I don't like fresh tomato in my curry. the chances of it going off is increased when you put in fresh tomato. And also I personally prefer tomato paste because it sort of, it adds to the flavor, but it's not very evident that there's tomato paste in your curry. So I've got 1 sachet of tomato paste here. Just gonna mix that in. At this stage, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. And now I'll add my garlic and ginger. So I've got like 6 cloves of garlic here, and just a little bit bigger than a thumb size garlic. No, ginger. So I'll add that. You can add as much as you like. I mean, that adds to the aroma and the fragrance that makes curry. So I'm going to let this go for about 2 minutes. Just let everything come together. Then I'm going to add my water and my meat. Okay, everything is marrying well together here. The smell is amazing. I'm going to add my meat now. I've got lamb pieces. You can add what you like. Chicken or beef. Obviously chicken won't cook as long as meat. So I've got about a kilogram worth of lamb pieces. Okay, so this I'm going to cover with water now and put on the lid. And I'm going to let it go for about 30 minutes and then I'll check on it and see how far it still needs. You just mix everything through. Check that your meat is just about covered. And then put on your lid. And I'll see you in about half an hour. Okay, the meat has been going for about a half an hour. You can see the sauce is quite thick. So at this stage I'm going to add my potatoes. I've got about 8 potatoes that I've halved. You can also adjust your salt. So I'll add about 2 teaspoons of salt extra. You can always check it afterwards. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of water. And this is now going to cook until the potatoes have softened. And then basically your curry is done. You can just garnish it and boil some rice or make some roti. But let's give that time to cook down, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. Okay, the curry is done. You can see the sauce is nice and thick. The meat is soft, as well as the potatoes are cooked through. I've tasted it. The salt is enough. The last thing I'll do is I'll just garnish it with some coriander. And that's your curry. So I will serve this normally with either basmati rice or with a roti, which I'm going to dish up now and show you how it looks. I will link another video below where I show you how to make the easiest, flakiest butteriest rotis ever. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the love. And I hope to see you in my next video. So I'll just dish up quickly and show you the end product. Okay, so there you go. There's a beautiful roti with the beautiful lamb curry. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.